An 11-2 non-conference start to the season is just about as good as SLU coach Travis Ford could draw it up. When you see those two losses came against two top 25 teams, it's even more impressive. The Billikens will open their conference schedule on Thursday against Duquesne, and so far they've impressed at every step. Coach Ford isn't just proud of his team today, though. His son Brooks, who's a walk-on at Mizzou, had himself a night to remember last night in Columbia, getting into a game with Dad in the crowd, and he made the most of it.
I'm glad I was there. It was so exciting. We thought he might have a chance to get into that game, and appreciate Conzo putting him in. But I told him before the game, if you get in, you got to let it fly. It doesn't need to stay in your hands very long. And from about 35 feet, nothing but the bottom. It was great.
It was also a big night for St. Louis's own Torrance Watson last night in Columbia. The Mizzou sophomore made 8 3-pointers for the Tigers in their win over Chicago State. That's a single-game Mizzou Arena record. So, Torrance, what's it like to be on fire from beyond the arc?
I mean, honestly, to me, it felt like I couldn't miss. I feel like whatever honestly, out there, I feel like if I would have shot it from half court, it might have went in. But it's a great feeling, especially when it does a lot of things for me. It makes you want to work even harder, actually, because I want those shots to keep falling in. I mean, it's a really bad feeling when shots are not falling and you shoot 3-pointers.
The Blues are putting a cap on an historic 2019 tonight in Arizona, and it'll be Jake Allen who gets the call to start the long road trip. The Blues are on top of the West and riding an 8-game win streak. Thanks to both of their netminders, Allen has been especially impressive and is third in the league in goals against average among all goalies with at least 10 games played. The veteran is looking to end the historic calendar year tonight on a high note.
Yeah, obviously, if you look back on it, we've had a lot of great things come to us in 2019. It's been an amazing year for all of us here and all the Blues fans. But another big test tonight. They have a really good hockey team over there, skilled, fast, and it's going to be important that we bring our A game.
It is sad to see 2019 go, but I think Blues fans will remember this one forever.
No doubt. Corey Miller, thank you.
Thanks, Jenna.
Scott, a last check of the forecast for tonight.
If you're heading out this evening, we're just looking at the clouds breaking up, and it's cold. Temperatures in the 30s, but dry.
Thank you for watching 5 on your side at 5.
NBC Nightly News is next, and we're right back here at 6.
Well, unfortunately, it's time to say goodbye to Blues hockey in the year 2019. But the Blues do have a chance to make some more history in this magical year. Tonight in Arizona, with a win over the Coyotes, the Blues would extend their winning streak to 9 games, could sit all alone atop the entire NHL in points, and would get their 57th win in the calendar year, the most the franchise has ever reached. And yeah, these guys are having quite a bit of fun playing hockey right now.
It's good right now. Regardless of what happened last year, I mean, the fan support's always been good here, especially this time of year. Kids are off school, but 8 in a row is important for us. I don't think you'll get the vibe around here, though, that we're satisfied. We want to just play. I mean, we want to keep winning. Doesn't matter how many in a row it is. We're just worried about the next day.
On the eve of a new decade, I thought it was only appropriate to look back on the past 10 years of Blues hockey. More specifically, what a Blues all-decade roster would look like. Here's part of what I came up with using longevity, skill, and big moments as my criteria. So let's break down a Blues all-decade team in shifts. A first shift of Alexander Steen, David Backes, Vladimir Tarasenko, and Alex Pietrangelo and Kevin Shattenkirk on defense. Leadership, longevity, toughness, and scoring skill doesn't get much better than that to kick things off. All right, those guys come off. Second shift, David Perron, Ryan O'Reilly, TJ Oshie, Jay Bouwmeester, and Colton Parayko. Some youngsters we saw grow up and wow us with talent here, paired with veterans that came on board and completed the Stanley Cup puzzle. This would be a fun group. And in net, well, I'm going to cheat a little bit here and not name a starter. Jordan Binnington has had a 12 months that dreams are made of. We've never seen anything quite like it. He's impossible to keep off this team. But on the other hand, Brian Elliott's dominance is hard to forget. The guy went 104, 46, and 16 for the Blues this decade with a 2.01 goals against average. Just flip a coin here. So do you agree with me so far? You can check out how I round out the Blues all-decade roster on our website, ksdk.com. So 2019 was the cherry on top, but we saw 10 really good years of hockey here in St. Louis.
Or you could have just put everybody with a ring on the team.
Listen, I wrote that in my story online. It was tempting just to put the entire roster from last season on there.
That would be too easy.
It would be too easy.